Hello everyone, I hope you're all well. So thank you to those of you that support the channel. We're doing your April monthlies. You know that they're short and sweet. I am quite tired. It's 12:30. I think at 2 o'clock the clocks go forward in the UK. I was actually hoping to sleep before 4 a.m. There's been a couple of those nights. So rather than 4 a.m., I hope I sleep before 5 a.m. Anyway, I've been working on a few of these, so it's not gonna be like I'm channeling right now, but I always like to see what comes through to me as I channel. So your top signs could be Aries, Capricorn, or Pisces, or you can exhibit those energies if you want to watch this. I have dropped Taurus, but I can pick it back up. I don't know if my Taurus gang are still with me on the channel, and that's why I've dropped it. I have been asking for, people to confirm that, I'm covering your sign. There's a couple of silent members. I don't think they're going to see this unless this is one of their signs. So if you're a member and you are tuning into this, then please do let me know what your sign is, and if you would like it to be covered in any of these, for me to cover it basically. Remember to take what resonates and what doesn't. I always advise to come back to the video. I am going to cover your upcoming week and then into April, the main theme. I am going to pull a spirit card, animal card. I feel that I want to do that. I always love that. And also I have Rocky Boo here next to me. I don't think you can see him. Can I get his face in there? And I will take a screenshot of the card as well and go into it into detail as well, but I'll shuffle it on the screen right now with you. There's something else I wanted to say. So yeah, that's all I have. I hope you're all well. I have a feeling like a lot of us are going to come under the weather. It might be the change of weather going back and forth, and collectively it's quite chaotic and heavy, isn't it? But I feel quite a few of us might start feeling quite under the weather. I hope you're all well though, and you're not. So we're going to kick it off with Aries. Aries, you ready? So Aries, you are really center stage. Firstly, if your birthday is past, because you're a March baby, happy belated birthday. And if you are a April, my cousin is April, actually, April the 4th. Then you, happy birthday. Okay. You are center stage. You are center stage. This because I've got notes on this phone. I was worried I didn't have it next to me, and I've just opened it, and I guess I must have had something that I might have been watching at the time. A charger. Okay, so I need to pull up my notes. But you are center stage not only for this month, but you could be quite distracted actually and a bit all over the place. You could be taking on more than you can chew or you can bite, and it's getting a bit heavy. With me just like really going all over the place, and you know what I mean. So a lot of the year you are actually center stage, and I was thinking to do you in a yearly reading, which again would be take what you resonate with. If you want that, and there's more than one Aries, because I know that I've got 2 or 3 Aries, and Aries can be anywhere in your top placements. Please do let me know. If not, I will focus on like the crime and the other stuff. So that's why I always ask. So you are center stage for a lot of this year, and I feel like if we go into the first, let me know if you're getting up to anything good on your birthday, if it's a milestone birthday, or whatever it is. Stop it. Your dog might be doing your head in a little bit. But bask in it, Aries. Bask in this new, different energy, okay? A lot of it is full focus on you, even if it's basking in your birthday. Stop it. Stop doing my head in. It's amazing, right? It's really a movement forward. This week and going into April, or April as you start to see it, beginning of April, I feel like there's a start on something. So you could be offered to join a project, could be offered a new job, it could be any opportunity, it could even be in a marriage opportunity. Okay, if you're married, then it's something else, but there's an opportunity that you're offered that's coming in. Okay, there's a massive opportunity to expand your horizons as well, so that's really, really good. The good times during this time are, the dog is doing my head in, stop it. And then he looks at me puppy eyes when I say that. If I could only show you his face. The good times are fantastic times, right? So that's really good. But we have to be careful of the things that I give you as precautions. You really are scattered, because I've got this energy and I am scattered. I was fine. You feel like you're a bit all over the place. I'm not sure who I'm picking up on right now. It could be just today. And it could be the day I've recorded this, which is the 28th of March. Anything that could have a bit of a break in it, okay, that you could decide to take a break from something, or there could be something not going your way. This could be a relationship or anything, or any type of relationship. But just double think about it, because do you know one of those times where you could say, you could put an end, let's say you could put an end to something, anything, and you've like not thought of the other side of it, and so that side comes up, you know? So just do some double thinking, forethinking on something during the month of April. You could be focusing on yourself. You could be focused on yourself externally, internally. It could be a new haircut. It could be a trim. It could be a different color. You could be thinking, I want to have contacts in. You could be thinking you want to do a facial or work on your face or dental, you know. It could be anything or it could even be internally, or it could be internally and externally. Internally, recalibration. It could be reassessing, restoring, and soul searching. So those are the things that I think is also coming up for you this month quite strongly. At the beginning of the month, I feel like there's going to be a balance to balance where you are yourself, or what you want, or where you are, like I said, amongst relationships and others as well. I would say certain times in April, so maybe look out all the time. Just be careful when you're moving around. If you're moving around fast, or if you're in the gym, or if you're feeling really, really confident and you're really, really boosted, and so you're firing against something, don't overdo something. Just be careful with something. You could be taking boxing up, for example. Or Muay Thai, or something. Just movement. Just be careful. It's important this week, I would say as well, and the beginning of April and certain times in April, is take a breath, slow down. You may want to reassess some things, or something in particular. You may want to slow down and think things through, and that is an advice for you. I think it came up in your bonus reading that I did for members only, which would have been for, I've got a couple of silent members, So it could be yourself or those, or just in general, Aries collective. There's a need to make some decisions, but I feel at certain times in the first week or first 10 days, you're fluctuating on certain decisions. There's like a back and forth, you're fluctuating on decisions. There is separately an entitlement, enlightenment. Why does that sound wrong? Enlightenment sounds weird. Or an answer that you get. Okay. You could be dealing in this first week, I want to go back to someone with, and it could be 10 days, first 10 days, someone with Gemini energy, exhibits the Gemini kind of energy, or is actually a Gemini. I also see there's a lot of communication around you, and a communication around something in particular that could be. You have the driving force, you have the courage, you have the determination. There is something that you might be thinking people know, or people will give you what you want because they know. You're presuming the person or someone knows what you want. And basically the advice is don't assume what people know what you want. You have to say it, and you have to say it directly, not like indirectly. Now, this could be difficult because I feel for some of you it could be a bit personal, or you might need to get vulnerable. But if you don't ask, you won't get a yes. And if you don't ask, you don't know what the answer is. And you could be thinking the person knows and they've got no idea, and so then you build up resentment or some kind of bad feeling. So just ask directly. The worst is no, and then that's it, you know. But there's something there for someone, and you have it's like a want or a wish, or it could be support, but you need to ask to get what you want, basically. And if it's quite deep and personal, you might want to think about what it will actually take to ask or get what you want. It might take a lot of courage. It might take courage if it's something personal or vulnerable, but you could get that yes that you need. There's no loss in asking. So I don't know what this is. For some of you, it's the first week, okay? Strength is on your side, boldness is on your side, motivation, determination is on your side, courage is on your side, assertiveness is on your side, but make sure it doesn't go into aggression at any point in time, because you do have strength on your side as well. I still go back to some of you could be biting off more than you chew, so you could be scattered, overloaded, biting off more than you can chew, and I think that's going to burn you out. But you are productive this month, okay? It's a good month for you, Aries, of course. It's a very good month for you, not only because it's birthday, but in general, it's a good month. I do think that some of you could have someone from the past showing up. This could be love, it could be anything, but there is a renewal energy, and there could be more than one person. This could be a childhood friend. It could be a childhood memory, someone you knew from your childhood, someone you grew up with. It could be one energy, it could be more than one energy for some of you, but there's a past kind of coming forward. It's not bad either. I don't think it's bad. It's not like, oh, I'm married and this person's cropping up. It's not the time. For some of you in love, in relationships, or even if you're single or married, you could have choices and decisions in your marriage partnership or your love life that you need to discuss, you need to make. There is this energy of leap of faith, Aries, and I love it. Some of you, there's a family situation that's on hands. And I feel like there's a lot of you thinking about future thoughts. There's future thoughts around you. And I go back to maybe that asking question, or could be a different energy, is like, I think you're cautious of some form of rejection on something, and I'm not really sure what it is. Obviously, anything I put in this, you can share. It's really important throughout the month. You're up, excellent, fantastic days, or the days where you just getting on with it, is to have gratitude. It's important to remember that. I think that's important for us all anyway. But as far as what you want this month, you have the courage to obtain it. It's kind of like you're out of incubation, finally, out of incubation. Aries out of incubation. It's got this golden opportunities that are coming through. There's also a surprise money aspect that I feel is in your energy. You're determined to succeed. You're full of power. You may need to slow down, like I said, and to the end of the month, making sure you don't burn out by the end of the month. If you have been drilling through the wall at full force, really just motivated, then yeah, we need to balance that out. So just be careful of that kind of energy. You could be feeling like you are healing, or you will recognize in the near future you're healing an identity wound. It could be about your own identity, your belonging, your home. Where is your true place? It could be a place in the world. It could be a place in your career, your job, whatever it is. It's around your identity. It's around your home. It's a place of belonging. And there's a healing that's starting now, which is beautiful. And I think you're going to see this very soon. You're going to see that movement of of the healing that's occurred. There are marriage and financial discussions this month, and that financial discussions could be also job discussions for some of you. Singles, I think there's a good opportunity for the dating scene, and some of you, this could also be online dating, or someone hits you up in the DMs. Towards the end of the month, I want to say there's a very lucky vibe. But it's like, it's lucky, but you need to think about it. There's a mental, intellectual element of thought process that needs to go into it. So are you presented with something and then you need to think about the way forward? I'm not really sure. You could also be, during this month, thinking about your home, anything to do with your home, or there's an attention needed at the home, and things that you need to make decisions on around the home, or anything in the home that could be taking that mental thought that I mentioned around this lucky vibe that you have separately. So could be not focused on it, you focused on something at the home or around the home. I think there's a good energy if you wanted to do like small local travel or small getaways around your area, your local, your neighborhood, your community. I think it's great towards the last bit of April, which also takes me to a lot of local and socializing locally, or in your nearby neighborhood. I think you've got a sibling or siblings seem to have some luck from your energy, okay, which is beautiful. Singles, like I said, online dating, dating at the gym, dating on your local community and network, etc., is coming through. If not, there's a lot of socializing. it's very fruitful, and like I said, the good things are fantastic, and lovely things are coming in for you, Aries. I think it's a beautiful month. So I've done that. I've made this a bit longer for you, Aries, seeing as we've taken Taurus out, but also it is your birthday month. So I'm going to pull you a card now, and let's see what we get for you. This card could be a sign you've been looking for. It could be something that you need to come back to in the month of April. It could be a color. It could be a number that stands out to you. So let's see what we get. Remember, the spirits that are in our natural world have a lot to share with us, and the secrets of that is a forgotten language. And so we're going to make this available to us in April. You're getting told to take the bottom one. Frog spirit, that's your abundance look, green. So there's a lot of, I don't know why I said green. I was going to say there's a lot of green. Frog spirit, 2 and 8. Okay. And it says clear out the clutter. Do you know what? That was coming through to me, but I was like, some people don't like to clear out the clutter. And so I just was like, the home. But yeah, I think some of you are advised to clear out the clutter. Well, you definitely are. And it was coming through in the channel message. So I am going to take a screenshot of this, and I'm going to discuss it a little bit more for you, Aries. But have a beautiful birthday. Happy belated birthday if it's already your birthday. Thank you for those of you that support the channel. And let's go into your card.
Aries, here is the close-up, the screen still shot of your frog spirit. So we know that there's a clear out the clutter there sentence, but I also want to add that it can center around transformation, renewal, emotional cleansing as well. There's also a symbolization of a passage of one state of life to another. It could be fertility. I also link this with abundance, and that could be the stage of new abundance coming into you. There's a balance between emotion and action when we have these sort of animals. And there's also a promotion of a leap of faith, intuition, and deep emotional healing. Having said that, I think I might have said bring yourself into balance, don't burn yourself out. So it could be very much that. I believe it's the ancient Egyptians that worship the frog-headed goddess. I can't remember her name, because it was linked to creation, linked to fertility, abundance, and prosperity. In some traditions as well, it's believed to bring you good fortune. Okay. And there is that cleansing and emotional clearing to wash away emotion, stress, or pent-up energy. Having said that, some of the things that this card represents in this oracle deck. So while other frogs could be croaking away, it could be that it's time for you to simplify and declutter something in your life. And it could be here for the frog, it's his own lily pad or her own lily pad. The next thing is maybe our schedules, our homes, cluttered commitments that we might regret making, or just objects taking up valuable space. For some, it could be around relationships, whatever that relationship is, or the person you know, needing some form of decluttering from being messy. The frog spirit tells you to clean up any area in your life that you sense needs cleaning. And whatever you need also will appear when you need it. So release your grip on anything that could be also making you anxious. Let go and jump. You're free from all the old stuff or anything that has been weighing you down. Some of you could be holding on to things that you know you want to let go of, like baggage or items. I think you get the picture. I don't want to burden you with reading this whole thing of what the oracle says, but it is telling you to let go, free yourself, leap to move forward on something. Trust you'll always have with what you need. And I believe that's a beautiful message. So you can come back to this at any point in time. And should you wish to, you can check out the other signs um, cards as well. Everyone got a very different card. I was actually going to pull a card for myself to include that as well. I don't usually pull cards for myself, but maybe on the next month. So take care, stay blessed, and much love.
Capricorn, I hope you're well. So I just pulled interesting hawk spirit, but we're going to shuffle and see what we get for you. So Capricorn, this month for you, I don't want to say it again, but it is. There is a focus of your home. There's a focus of your property in so many different ways that I was getting with this. It could be family in focus as well. And it could also be the location you're in, or even if you're thinking of family, there is that kind of energy. And there could be a thinking of family dynamics. This could also be a great time to anchor your roots. It is like family relationships are what you need for stability. If you're feeling unstable or not stable, or even a lack of stability in those dynamics, those type of relationships, is a good time, and you're strong enough to face them as well. This could also be like deep rooted beliefs, seeing things of family dynamics or the home or your home country, hometown, state, etc. Um, for some of you, there could be an element of anything financial or monies for the home, or who's living in your home or who you're living with could be in focus in this month of April. There's definitely also some joy around partnerships or your home as well. So that could be partnerships in the home. It could be both separately, but there is joy there. And you feel your cup is full. Now, in a way, this could be two dynamics, but you do feel your cup is full. Is it that you feel like you've got too much going on? Possibly. But at the same time, it could mean that you feel your cup is full and you're appreciative, right? Which is beautiful feeling. So that's good. Um, you're great on solid decisions, I feel, but when it comes to something that is kind of like a golden opportunity to make a decision, sometimes you can take some you might take a little bit more time, and there's something that's new comes in, and it's kind of like, obviously do your discernment, but don't take forever to think about it. It's kind of like you could go for it, could turn out to be quite lucky. It's just like an energy of sitting on something for a bit too long. I don't know what that is. It's coming up in April. Obviously it's for whoever resonates. It might not be your message. You need to check that out yourselves. There is an energy of past or memories of the past, or recalling memory at some stage in this month as well. So that's coming up for you. You are focusing on what you need, and you could also be focusing on your finances, your money. With that, there are some opportunities that are financial that could come in, or something to do around finances that is a gain. You are very resourceful this first week, I believe. And this could be, as you see it, it could be the very end of March going to the first week of April. Um, And I do believe there is a resolution or resolving of something that you maybe have in your hands or need to deal with. And there is an energy for some of you that could be now or later in the month where you need to move forward with your fulfillments and your desires. But there's kind of like either ego, a fear, questioning your self-confidence that could be stopping you on something. You will know what that something is. I'm leaving it quite open. Another message that I seem to get for this month is don't stop, and don't stop on your journey. Live your life and the desire that you have for it. Don't let even other people or someone stop you, or yourself stop yourself. If that makes sense. There's a message to have fun. There's a message that I get an energy that you could be at certain times in this month quite stressed or anxious. There's like sleepless nights basically. And or you're overthinking things, or you're even planting new thoughts in your head that is just overthinking that don't need to be there. But you could be having trouble with your sleep. You could be overstressing because of that. So weird. I can see in an ornament something very different that it's not normally like that. Are some of you going to be dealing with an Arab man? Is some of you traveling abroad to an Arab country? That's so weird. But I can't even see the rest of the ornament. It's supposed to be taller than that. Maybe you're dealing with a shepherd. Could be. I don't know why I see it like that. Okay. It's important to speak your own truth. Like I said, follow your desire, your journey. Speak your own truth. And this could even be within your home. It could be with your family. Set boundaries with people or places that you need to set boundaries, and you will get through whatever is resonating with you as I talk. You do have all you need, Capricorn, and there's a yes here as well. I don't know what that is. At times where you feel like you're bound or stuck, look beyond what you think. Look beyond what you think is coming through. And I also see, new opportunities in terms of like if you don't have a job, contracts, jobs. It's like opportunities around finances or money. And these might not be so obvious, but there is that strong energy, right? There's also strong energy around matters of the heart. So I do think that there's opportunities there. You are overcoming obstacles and not making excuses. Going back to the love, there could be love that comes in this month. Or if you're in a relationship, there could be excitement in your love and in your relationship. There's exciting energy around love. So that's very nice actually. Some restlessness in the evening. Don't know why I said evening. In the night could be because of uncertainty around home, or again just your thoughts. Or it could even be that you're starting to see, I think this is your overthinking, not the sleepless part. You're starting to see deep truths and understanding around money or a journey, and that kind of shines through and brings a light bulb through. And it's good. It's not like it's bad. It's just bringing that energy, giving you that understanding. But there's doors that unlock opportunity, and doors that are lucky around opportunities, lucky around love. This could also be like, you know, unexpected money, like getting a lottery ticket. Your willpower this month is unstoppable, and the focus about unstoppable could be home things or like home agendas. Your superpower to finish something. So I don't know if you're working on something in the home. That could be something that's coming up. Or for some of you as well, an additional thing could be you're buying and selling. You could be buying and selling a vehicle, right? Or buying and selling a vehicle, or one or the other. You could also be renting a property, or renting out your property, or renting something. Now there could be a sibling that has a health challenge or feeling under weather. I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm just saying that they could be feeling under the weather. There's nothing serious that I see there. I do think this month, especially mid to the end, you are healing anything to do with your rooted dynamics around finance, family, around home, around your childhood, around your sense of belonging. It could be the cohabiting experiences you've had. It could also be around animals and siblings, because I see you could end up with a surprise animal. I don't know if this is you get an unexpected animal addition. There's something around that. You could be understanding your childhood, or even truths about something that the way you believed something, or seeing that that's how your family dynamics believed it. You change your mind on something, or some things on how you either thought or were around people who thought certain way around something. A certain point in this month, you could be feeling like you're hitting a wall. But it's only going to be temporarily, and you're going to move past those frustrations that you might be feeling. So don't get too hooked up on it. You could be also thinking about relocation at some stage in this month again, and you might look to relocate, and you might go ahead, but I feel like it's something that could also take up until 2 years. So you might revisit this again. But there is definitely a big shift on moving if you want to, like relocating as well. That could be your plan. Towards the end of the month, surprises in love, surprises with children, grandchildren. Some things could relate back to 2019, 2018, and it could bring in good luck and surprises. Again, like I said, love is there. Getting to know new people is also there. Creativity, ambition, following your journey. For some of you, there could be a couple of days towards the end of the month. I feel that there could be a power struggle in love partnerships, with siblings, with children, your children. But it resolves, so it's nothing serious. It's just like I said, it's just a few days, few days. If you get a good opportunity, or good news comes in that you have an opportunity or something, there's like a advice here to leap for it. Don't sit on it for too long, which I said. But again, please do use your discernment, because I'm not personally reading for you, but there is that energy. Don't, leap for it. At the end of the month, again, there's a need. If you need a job, there's a high energy of you finding one. There's money opportunity, abundance opportunities. This a new pet could just arrive, surprise, not planned, this month or very, very near future. But I feel it's like this month if it's happening. You could get rent money that you didn't expect, or rent money on time and you've not had rent money, or something around that. There's some surprises, and there's a couple of surprises, or a surprise in the very least one, that it's actually really nice. So I think this is a good month for you, Capricorn. Look after your health. If you're feeling a bit under the weather, do what you need to do to balance that kind of energy as well. I think a few of us might feel under the weather. So what I'm going to do now is pull you an animal card, and I will then go into it and read it in a screenshot so that you can see it, and see if a color stands out, a number stands out. Maybe there's already an answer in it. Maybe you need to refer to it throughout the month of April. Maybe this is the energy you exhibit. Maybe it's going to show up for you. So it could be anything. I'm not here to tell you what you need to look for. Snake spirit, a time to heal. And it's number 55, so big energy change. It's number 10. Aries got number 10, but it got 28. And you here, I will go to read into this card, but obviously you can pick up anything that can relate to you on this as well. Do you know what's come to mind? Going to Arizona, where someone said about the snakes. Okay, so I'm not 500k richer, unfortunately. Anyway, Capricorn, now we'll go into your snake spirit card.
Capricorn, so you got the snake spirit, which to me is about health and healing. So it could be, I think I got in your message that your health might have been up and down, but it's coming into a bit more of a balance now. Obviously, we think of transformation, of shedding old skin with snake as well. You might also want to check the other signs, animal spirit, just for additional messages. And something interesting, a couple of days ago on YouTube, I was on YouTube, and sometimes it brings up random irrelevant stuff, and it brought up what is inside the tail of a rattlesnake. And I wanted to click on it so much, but you know how it looks at the end of this tail. It was freaking me out, so I didn't click on it. I know you might have a story, you might know what's inside of it. Oh, it's just, but this is a snake, right? So transformation, healing, personal growth. It sheds its skin. It represents shedding the old on something, maybe beliefs for renewal. It could be health and renewed health, which is beautiful. It's a symbol of profound life force, wisdom, and awakening, also of your intuition, though it can represent also, an element of fear or temptation, or something hidden at some stage, maybe in this month. But for some of you, it could be a major life change, and that could be around where I said there's a healing going on, and you're going to see that healing really come through. Now, in terms of, let's say, your spiritual awakening, they tend to associate the snake with the Kundalini awakening. So there could be a rise of consciousness there, and I'm not saying that you need it. Interestingly, in Christianity, interpretations of the snake in a dream may represent, like a hidden temptation, a hidden energy, or an enemy, and just to trust in the divine protection. So someone could be a bit snaky around you. That could be just someone who's always a liar and just not truthful. But it is definitely connected with also medicine symbols, right? This could mean as simple that you have a whiskey bottle and you've got a snake in it. Do they do that anymore? They put a dead snake in it and keep it, and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna hit that 20-year-old whiskey with a snake in it. Okay, get serious now. Anyway, so there's also the cynical nature of life with it. And with that, I am going to also add that other perspectives might say the Garden of Eden story, representing the temptation there. So there are things that could tie in with it. And obviously, the oracle card itself will have a meaning, which I'll go into. But for you, I really feel that it's around healing times and repair, renew, replenish yourself, and also look after your vulnerable heart, right? If you're feeling a bit tender. So no matter how much you have lost or how you've been disappointed, you can call on the snake spirit to shed the past and ease any grief or pain and practice radical self-acceptance. Only by either forgiving yourself or trying to move past through some emotions, regardless whether anyone else is ready for healing or not. That is for you. When your tender new skin first becomes exposed, you may feel uncomfortable. This is the Oracle card now. Love yourself and remain vulnerable anyway. You may have been weak, but now you're becoming strong and developing wisdom. You will do better in the future should you feel, I'm adding this, should you feel that you could have. The snake spirit reminds you that hearts can be so easily wounded, and apologies and amends go a long way. Self-forgiveness for your role in whatever is happened can heal you. Remember, it is one who has been wounded who often has the greatest power to help others. And so with that, I just want to say, give yourself space to nourish your own well-being, okay? And your vitality can then arise. Remember, vulnerability is necessary for our relationships as well, which means in all of us, we do get tender emotional times and chapters. Be gentle with yourself, be gentle with others, and allow yourself to be vulnerable with who you trust. Unburden yourself of anything that no longer, supports you, supports your wellness, your prosperity. Make sure there's positive relationships around you, well-being, and open the door to that healing to occur. So this is what I have for you, Capricorn, and I hope it resonates for you. You can come back to it at any point in time. Maybe you might forget me once you open that bottle of whiskey. But yes, I do not promote drinking alcohol or whiskey with snakes in. Watch someone doozy land on this. Take care. Stay blessed. Bye for now.
Hello, Pisces. I hope you're well. So this is going to be your April. I am going to also pick cards, animal card for you. So do hold on to that. I think the first half of April, you're looking at yourself. You're looking at your self-worth, your self-value, which self-worth, self-value is very wide, and it can be affected in many ways. Like, there's a lot to do with you. Do you feel good about yourself right now? Has something knocked you off? Is it your worth, or is it other people? Is it money that's making you look at that as well, your self-worth? Because it affects how we see ourselves, right? And how we value ourselves. It's quite a wide thing. It could even be you looking at a mortgage, and so you're kind of overthinking, am I worth this mortgage? Am I going to get it? Something, it could be a wide range of things, but I do feel that that is happening. You could also separately look at a relationship, and you could be looking, is it flowing well right now, or is it in a bit of a sticky situation? If it is, then could that be affecting your self-worth? During the month of April, I would say it's a good time to sign anything that you need to sign, so don't worry about that. I would say, just in general, it's not for April, but throughout the year, be careful of anything to do with money around scams or people not being honest if they're lending. If you're lending them something or anything around finances, just keep it in mind. I wonder if some of you are welcoming a new family member. Maybe someone's got married, or a new birth. Or if you're single, a new person comes in. There's kind of like this new energy that's around in April. And this week or so, you may have some scattered energy, right? And it could be that you're rethinking something. There could be a separation on something. Whatever it is, there's a lot of thinking, and there's an energy of confronting things and really wanting to take action on some things. It is a good week to put your energy into something and take action. But at the same time, if you've been drilling at something and there's no control, you're not getting anything out of it, there's an energy saying that it's a good time to retreat from a situation. I feel like some of you are already thinking that it's a good time to retreat from the situation, or you already have, or will be, definitely, because you see that it's a better idea to back off, as you cannot do anything right now and it's just not moving forward. So it's kind of like a retreat, and then slowly check it out, check the situation, and move out of your cocoon or move out of your retreat and move forward. And that way you do make progress. It's kind of like patience energy is needed. During this month, if you feel life is getting too busy, too bogged down, too heavy, too anything, then there's an advice to walk away from that busy life and just step out in nature, or step out in your garden, get a proper perspective that way, by taking a step out, by taking a step back, by slowing down, by retreating. You do get a better perspective, and you also get recharged. You might see that you do things or something differently, and there's a need for patience and moderation as well. This could be the same situation, but Spirit is saying you have all the resources you need throughout the month of April for whatever you need to do or accomplish. There is a focus on home relationships, dynamics, and there's an advice from Spirit that maybe you've not been listening to something so that you can have empathy. There's a need basically for you to be empathic on something, to then be able to put things in proper perspective. So the advice is to be empathic on a situation or something. And it's going to resonate for you in some time in April. It's a lot of curiosity this month. And there could be a side hustle, a hobby, a job. There's a massive boost in something, and I want to say it's financially related in some way, if not directly. Pisces, you seem to know where you're heading. Okay, so you're not lost, and clarity has come in. but you need to balance determination with the slow down and the retreat times to keep yourself in balance and in a better, feeling better overall, you know, that it does that to us. And clarity does return that way to you. Clarity is definitely returning if you've not felt that clarity. There is fortune and lucky energy in some money aspect, which is amazing news. So if you want to share that with me, do so in the comment. If you're single, some of you might be going on a dating app and you actually meet someone. There's powerful opportunities and surprises, and it's lovely, and that's what I'm trying to get to. It could be amongst a few things. You also start to feel the excitement of life and more drive after this first week that I've mentioned, and after maybe following some of the advice we've just discussed. Some of you might decide to quit something, and this could be a bad habit, could be anything, but there's a decision to quit something. I want to say foreign affairs, but you could have an opportunity abroad. It could be tying with a foreign land. It could be tying with trade, collaboration. There's a foreign land partnership energy that could come through if you're already working on it. There might be a need to be patient. It might be like, well, we discussed this, I'm really excited, but I've not heard them moving forward. There might be a need to be patient on that, but there is an opportunity as well, separately, or on this, that you plant a seed this month, and anytime from this month until the next 6 months, you actually see it come to fruition, which is beautiful. Again, if you wish to share that, you can do. You are healing this month, and you will see the signs of it. Your self-worth wound and wound around money, anything to do with your self-worth, your self-value. You could be also, you know, I don't know, going in for a facial. You could be having some issues around your dental. You're doing some dental work, which is like a healing energy as well. So that is definitely something. I want to say there is also some childhood focus, childhood past life revelations. It could be beliefs around your childhood, the way someone had beliefs. It's like an understanding on something that helps you heal and move forward, even if it's around beliefs and belief systems. Some of you, not all of you, could see, you know, a few scrambles, or challenges around your spouse's in-laws. And it's just like, don't lose faith, give in more, but trust. And this is like about an expense, right? It's like, even if you could be a paying out of a large expense, it's kind of like trust, because it's going to get resolved. If you're like, oh, I don't really want to pay this amount of money out, it's going to get resolved. It's going to balance out again. So you're fine with there. There's a lot of money discussions happening. It could be within the home, with your spouse, with your in-laws, whatever it is as well. I feel like 2007, if you think about that year, there could be something it's repeating. Okay, so there is something around that energy. I don't know what it is. You will know. That could have been repeating even quite frequently within the past few years, and that could be now going, or it could be something that repeats just this one time again. From forward, mid to end of the month, I think a sibling's going to come up with a surprise, or there could be sibling news. Your local community is going to be very much a supportive energy or a good energy. You could be socializing, could be writing something. There is a great surprise around sibling community, writing, your local community, your neighborhood community, online interaction. There's something there that brings in a lovely surprise for you. I'd love to know what it is. Make sure you come back and watch this a few times in April so you do remember. I feel with that dynamic as well, if you're working on something in the home or you're a home worker or remote worker, it's a very good supportive energy. At the end of April, your time that you spend on home is going to bring you a lot of pleasure. You're going to like it. It's kind of like you're happy at home, and this could be that you're decorating at home. There's money on a property that's coming in for you, or there's financial opportunities, even maybe to pay off debt. Regardless, you're really happy and relaxed the last good few days of April, and you are throughout April. But I mean, this kind of dynamic, and it seems like you're in a really nice, pleasant, happy energy, which is lovely to see. um Sometime in April, and I want to say from mid to the end, just watch out for a power struggle. It's only a couple of days where the energy of that could be high, and it's not all of you, and it could be with a sibling, could be with work, it could be with children, it could be grandchildren. But this month is really giving you financial decisions, the ability to make those decisions as well. There's great communication breakthroughs, great opportunities. And so it's a beautiful, and any of you that have been really feeling unclear, unsettled, that comes through now. So I think this is beautiful, Pisces. I do hope you have a beautiful month. I'm going to pull you a spirit card, and what I do after that, because the spirits are residing in the natural world, aren't they? And the secrets of their language is forgotten because it can be quite silent. And so in your reading, it said get out in nature at some stage when you need to retreat, when you need to bring yourself balance. And so that forgotten language, that silence is available to us. Hopefully the weather's a lot better, and so we can do that. Um, I did just split the deck. I got grasshopper, take a leap of faith, but I'm gonna shuffle, see what comes out for you. Have to let me know if you've got any foreign trade going on. Be spirit, sweet results await for you. And this is a number 7, so it's a higher spiritual energy. I will go into this like the rest of them. I'm going to discuss and then add that on. So do stay tuned now for us to go into this bee energy. The grasshopper energy as well is a leap of faith if you're asking about that. And I shall see you in the next one, Pisces. Please do make sure you let me know that you're still around so that I can still carry on your sign. And God bless. Much love.
Lovely
Bye for now.
Pisces. So you got the bee spirit. The bee spirit is actually one of my favorite spirit messages because it just gives you that sweet feeling that honey is coming, the results are coming in for you. It has different meanings. Before I go on to what the oracle original card means, I want to go through some other stuff. So it can center around obviously your abundance, results that you've been waiting on, working with a team, so community, productivity, because the busy bee is really that you've been busy and you've been trying to create that sweet side of life. So it can also be a messenger from the divine and spiritual realms. It represents personal growth, transformation, and also the importance, when I think of honey, of maybe some natural healing. I think it was about a week ago, I was walking past the train tracks and I saw a bumblebee, and it just gives you that feeling that it's the new chapter, it's the new season that's coming in finally. And I think that is beautiful. It can obviously link to supporting others, working with others, and that is going to help you thrive when it comes to prosperity and abundance. It's like the honey, the fertility, the wealth, and the sweet rewards of your hard work. In some traditions, bees are seen as bridging the gap between the world and the spiritual realm. There's a transformation, like I said, of the raw nectar into something like that's valuable, well, into honey. So it's valuable growth, renewal. And it can also remind us on maybe some self focus, right? Or self improvement, or strengths, or self care. You could see the bee, and this could be a sign to pay attention to intuition at that moment in time during this month. And it's interesting because in cultures it has different meanings. And what I might just go through is a couple of these. Okay. If we look at the rituals and folklore in the Celtic tradition, I know that people told the bees um, that means important life events, treating them as messengers to the gods. So they were very highly regarded. And some traditions, spiritually, especially, tend to think of fertility. And when we think of fertility, we think of your prosperity. Like I said, there's natural methods of healing. So this could be a message for you if, like, for example, you've seen a doctor and they said you need surgery. Could you have a second opinion? Could you look at other alternatives? In ancient Egypt, I believe bees are believed to be born from the tears of the sun god Ra, and it represents royalty. And to be honest, when we think of the bee, we do sometimes see the significance of bee around royalty, gold, etc. And in Christianity, some of it symbols the traditions of order and hard work. Islam is a divine inspiration and harmony, and in the Greek and Roman, they associate it with the goddess Artemis and believed to carry souls. But I do think that is a beautiful energy of that sweetness coming to life and your rewards coming in. I mean, if we look at the number 7 alone, that is very much a highly spiritual number. So your rewards are definitely coming in, okay? Just make sure you let your ego go, out of the way. You don't want it around. Immerse yourself in the connected energy of all things. And if we go to the book, okay, the bee spirit knows to let a sense of being a separate self not get in the way of good things. Spirit is always producing honey, miracles, and magic everywhere. When you connect with the great hive, you are vibrating and buzzing in exquisite harmony with all. Bee spirit asks you to focus on being connective, and your body, heart, soul, psyche experience total interconnectedness and true integration when you self forget, when you remember that you are part of a greater unified consciousness. That's beautiful. When the bee spirit comes as your protector, she asks you to be very honest with yourself. Do you want to taste the sweet honey others have been making, but you believe it's unattainable for you? Do you wonder how others end up with so much more magical honey than you seem to have? Have you bought into illusion of separation and become convinced that you can't have what others have and enjoy? Do you separate from the hive to do all on your own? Or do you hoard your own honey that you have, unwilling to trust that there's enough to go around to support other people and give to other people, plenty of sweetness to go around? If you have been overworking, overdoing, and have not been giving yourself any time, enjoy the sweetness of your life right now. Bee Spirit is telling you to stop and recharge. Perhaps you're afraid that you don't get to get something done. It just won't get done. However, even busy bees need a time to take a break. And when they do, the honey still gets made. Remind yourself that sweetness is everywhere and available to you always when you need it. Beautiful message, Pisces. So if you're Pisces gang, you're still with me on the channel, let me know in the comments, and I hope you have a beautiful, blessed April. Do come back, do revisit this, see what you pick up at different times. We always get more messages, and spirit comes in and gives you a greater understanding, a different understanding perspective whenever you need, when you come back to hear this. Stay blessed and bye for now.